came to pass in those days that a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This census took place while Quirinius was governing Syria. So all went to be registered, everyone to his own city. Oh my, that was so many years ago, so much has happened. What an unforgettable night it was. Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth into Judea to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David. He went there to be registered with Mary, his betrothed wife, who was with child. So it was that while they were there, the days were completed for her to be delivered, and she brought forth her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths, laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them at the inn. Even Luke does not know what I know. The inn was so busy that night, people everywhere, eating, drinking, arguing. There were Jews, of course they were arguing. They were so busy with their own lives, they almost missed the whole event. How were they to know that the most important event in the history of mankind was happening right under their noses, witnessed only by a nervous cow and her stablemates?
Yes, it's right over there. I am so sorry.
Is that another one at the door?
Yes, I can't believe I'm turning away customers like this. All the money we could be making. And the look. You should see how they look at me when I tell them we've no room for them.
What do they expect from us? We're already busting at the seams. If only Caesar hadn't ordered the whole house of David to come at the same time. What did you tell them?
Well, I just wanted to yell at them to go away and stop bothering me. But then I saw the poor woman's wife, and she was huge with child. She looked like she might have that baby at any minute.
Well, it is for the best. God is good. Could you imagine with everything else that is going on, some girl having a baby on one of our tables? Oh. No, that can't happen.
Well, I didn't send them away because I just couldn't bring myself to do that. I mean, it wasn't like all the others.
What are you saying? If you didn't send them away, they can't stay here. You're talking nonsense. You're talking crazy.
I'm not, calm down, lady. I'm not crazy. I didn't tell them they could stay here.
Well, if they can't stay here, then where are they staying?
The stable. I told them they could stay in the stable.
The stable. Our stable? With our animals? You told them that they could stay in our stable and have their baby. What's the matter with you? How much do they pay you?
I'm an innkeeper, not a thief. I couldn't ask them to pay to sleep in our stable.
What about Moosha? Did you think about poor Moosha? You know how nervous she gets.
Now who's talking crazy? Moosha's a cow, woman. I think she'll manage.
What am I going to do when I go for milk and she's bone dry? Did you think about that, Mr. Big Fancy Innkeeper? How am I going to feed all these people?
Woman, calm down. I think Moosha will be fine. I think everything will be fine. It just felt like the right thing to do.
Tat. Excuse me, Tat. Can you please go play your drum outside? Just don't go too far and come back before dark. And whatever you do, stay away from the Roman soldiers.
Yes, Papa.
That won't be easy. Soldiers are everywhere these days. And if you even breathe wrong, they'll arrest you.
Yes, friend. These are certainly dark times for our people. At least we haven't been marched off to a foreign country like they were in Daniel's day. It still feels like prison. Anyway, Tat has no money, so I think they'll leave him alone. It is, unless he annoys them with his drum.
Like he has us. Maybe they'll take his drum.
God should be so good to us.
You call the boy Tat. What kind of name is that for a boy in the house of David?
It's because of the drum. It was a gift from my father just before he died. Tat loves it, of course. Rat-a-tat-tat all the time.
But Tat?
Oh, you think King David would prefer we call him Rat?
Probably not, but what's his real name?
Zaphnath-Paaner, after my father.
All right, I get your meaning. Tat it is. What?
Brother.
I could barely
It's a small consolation for him being blind.
Oh, I didn't realize. What happened to his sight?
Bartimaeus was born blind. Of course, we didn't realize it at first, but then we began to notice he couldn't see the things we held right in front of him.
How sad. Your heart must have just broken.
What's sad is that the poor boy must suffer for the sins of his parents. Surely God has only given them what they deserve.
Levi, don't be so cruel.
There is nothing cruel about speaking truth.
Levi, hush.
Sarah, take Bartimaeus and go wash for supper. It's all right. We hear that a lot, kind sir. And it is troubling to think that we may be to blame for Bartimaeus' blindness. But my husband and I have searched the word of Jehovah, and we can find no such sin. If there is something, then God is keeping it a secret from us.
We even offered the finest young goat I have ever owned as a sacrifice for the boy's sight. It made no difference.
It just must be so hard for you.
I suspect it's worse than you can imagine. On top of my daily chores, I still have to take care of Bartimaeus. And then I realize how selfish I'm being because of everything he's missing out on. As we journeyed here from Jericho, his brothers and sisters kept talking about the view as we crossed Mount Zion. Bartimaeus said to me, "Mama, I want to see too. Why can't I see?" What am I to tell him? How could a loving God be so cruel?
And when he's grown, what then? He'll still need us to care for him, but we won't be around forever. I worry about what will happen to him when we're gone.
Well, maybe a physician could help him someday.
We've been to the physicians. There's nothing that can be done. It will take a miracle for Bartimaeus to see. I just don't believe in miracles. I'm afraid there's no hope for him.
Well, let's all hope for a miracle then. Isaiah told us the Messiah would restore the sight of the blind when he comes. You mustn't lose hope.
Woman, don't fill her head with false hope. It's been 400 years since the prophets spoke of a Messiah. We have to accept that he isn't coming. It was all a myth.
We still believe a Messiah may come someday, and he might even heal the blind. But you're right, it has been an awful long time, and we doubt will come in time to heal Bartimaeus. That's just too much to hope for.
Any hope for the Messiah is too much hope. He isn't coming. God has forgotten us.
Don't listen to this curmudgeon. God has a long memory. Our people were slaves in Egypt for 400 years. God still remembered to send Moses. The Messiah will come. You'll see. And yes, even you will see, Levi.
But will Bartimaeus see? That's all that matters to me.
Oh, great.
Zaphnath, I asked you to play the drum outside. Now run along, it'll be getting dark soon.
But it's not getting dark tonight, Papa. The stars too bright.
Did he say something about a star? What star?
I think that's what he said, but I have no idea what he means.
Well, maybe you should go outside and see. I mean, maybe there really is something out there.
Be reasonable, woman. There could be Roman soldiers out there, and besides, why would the stars be any brighter tonight than any other night? There's nothing special about tonight. It's probably just his overactive imagination. You know how he is.
Probably right.
And another... Of course I'm right.
Innkeeper, give us some food and drink.
Sir, please. I barely have enough to feed my guests.
He thinks we care about his problems. That's no concern of ours. Give us food and drink and give it to us now, or I'll solve all your problems with the tip of my sword.
Your earrings look expensive. Where'd you get them?
Sir, these were a gift from my husband.
Is this man your husband? How could a schlep like this afford earrings like those? I bet they're stolen.
Stolen? I'll have you know I worked hard all my life trading salt and spices. I paid good money for those earrings.
Of course you did. What do you think? He's telling the truth? Or is he lying?
He's a liar. Confiscated.
I agree. Hand them over.
But sir...
I don't need your cooperation. I can just take them. Try that again. It'll be the last thing you do. Sit down. What's wrong with the boy?
He's blind, sir.
Well, that is a shame. Pay the tax for that?
I was unaware of any such tax. We paid the tax when we entered Bethlehem, but nothing was said about a tax for blindness.
Well, of course there's a tax for blindness. He's a burden on the emperor. You probably hid his condition from the tax collector. How much money is in that purse around your neck?
Only a few denarii, sir, but barely enough for my family till we get back to Jericho.
Well, it's not enough to pay the tax. But if you pay it to me, I won't have to arrest you.
But, sir, what will we eat? It'll be all right. Just give him the money.
You should listen to the innkeeper. He's a reasonable man.
Well, what do we have here? Woman alone, right for the picking. What's your name, woman? Do you not know the penalty for disobeying an order from a Roman soldier? I order you, tell me your name.
My name is Hannah, sir. Please, forgive me if I've offended you.
Well, how about the kind man, so I'm going to let it go just this once. So, why are you alone? Have you no husband?
I have a husband, sir.
I see no husband, Hannah. Well, maybe he's abandoned you for another woman. Or maybe you're lying to me so I won't bother you. You know the penalty for lying to a Roman soldier? Hannah?
I do not lie, sir. I have a husband.
Well, then where is he?
He's not permitted inside the city gate. He's a leper.
Oh, no, the wife of a leper? I should beat you for not telling me this.
I didn't tell you.
Let's get out of here before we catch a disease from these stinking Jews.
I haven't eaten my meal.
Save it, soldier. Put it down. Let's go.
Are you all right, dear?
I think so. They're like locusts. They're everywhere. They're constantly harassing me because I'm alone. When will it end?
It's gonna when the Messiah comes back and raises up his army and defeat them and free us from Caesar's oppression.
Not you too. People, what is wrong with you? There is no Messiah. No one is coming to rescue us from the Romans. Stop believing in fantasy.
If we stop believing, where does that leave us? What else do we have?
It leaves us with the reality that it's up to us to make things right. We're only ourselves.
If you are right, then we are all doomed. I hope you're wrong.
He is. He's a smart man, but he's wrong about this.
Papa, there's a baby in the stable.
A baby what, Tat?
A baby person, and he's lying in a manger.
Tat, who would put their baby in a manger?
I'll go find out.
Sing glory to the newborn King.
Now there were in the same country shepherds living in the fields, keeping watch over their flock by night. Behold, an angel of the Lord stood before them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them. They were greatly afraid. Then the angel said to them,
Do not be afraid. Behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be for all the people. For today, in the city of David, a Savior is born. This is Christ the Lord. And this will be a sign to you. You shall find a baby, wrapped in swaddling cloths, and lying in a manger. Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men.
Did you see that? Was I just dreaming? Maybe I nodded off.
Good. Good, you saw it too, my friend. That was no dream.
What should we do then?
Were you guys singing? I thought I heard singing.
Where were you?
This little guy wandered off. He fell into a crevice. I had to leave my flock to go find him. So, were you singing or not?
Wasn't us. An angel appeared. All the stars in the sky began to sing.
Oh, I see. Too much wine then?
No, it's true. We saw an angel and the heavens opened up. And the angel said we were to go into Bethlehem. There we would find the Messiah. A babe born, laying in a manger, covered with cloths.
Okay, so you've both been into the wine.
We're telling you the truth. We haven't had any wine. An angel came and spoke to us, and then all the stars in the sky started singing. Well, you've heard it for yourself. You don't believe the two of us can sing like that.
Not really, but it's easier to believe that than it is to believe that an angel came. Told you the Messiah was born, and then all the stars began to sing to you.
Well, believe it or not, it's true. It happened. We're going into Bethlehem to see for ourselves.
We are. We can't leave our flocks and go into Bethlehem to find some babe in a manger.
If he can leave his flocks to look for a lost lamb, then certainly we can leave ours to find the Messiah. My sheep will have to tend themselves tonight. An angel of the Lord came to us and gave us the news that our long-awaited Messiah has finally come, and that the entire heavens opened and sang his glory. You're not certainly suggesting that we don't go to Bethlehem and see for yourselves. Well, you can stay here if you want, but I'm going to go look for a baby, wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger. I want to see for myself if the Messiah has come.
No, you're right, of course. It's just that, well, it's just hard to believe that we saw angels and heard the heavens. Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. And I've been a shepherd for a long time.
I'm sure that's true, my friend. But it's happened now, and we would be fools to ignore it. We should be on our way. Let's go see for ourselves what the angels proclaim. Are you coming?
So it's really not wine?
It's not wine. An angel came. Come on.
Well, in that case, it's like Odyssey.
There will be a 15-minute intermission. Help yourself to drinks and cookies out in the foyer.
sounded like the whole town was singing outside.
I'm sorry, did you say something to me? Have we met?
Excuse me, I'm Benjamin.
Nice to meet you, Benjamin.
Nice to meet you too. See, when the boy with the drum opened the door to go outside, I thought I heard singing. Did you hear it too?
Now that you mention it, I did hear something. Strange. Do you think it had anything to do with this baby that's in the manger?
I don't see how it could. Bethlehem is getting more and more odd. Have you been here before?
No, never. I'm only here because of the census. The only thing I know about Bethlehem is that it's the birthplace of my ancestor King David, and that the prophet Micah said the Messiah would be born here.
You don't think.
No. I tend to think more like the old guy. I don't think any Messiah is actually coming. It's been way too long.
You're probably right. Please, have a seat. I am sorry to hear about your husband. That must be difficult for you.
Yes, it's very difficult. As terrible as it is to say, sometimes I think I'd be better off without it.
Trust me, you wouldn't.
I'm so sorry. How did you lose your wife?
There was a man I thought was my friend. Turned out he was only interested in getting to know my wife. The Pharisees had her stoned after she was called. I did nothing to him.
How terrible for you and your family.
I know it's the law, but they were so self-righteous about it. And the ones that were hurt the most were our children. Of course, we didn't understand everything. I begged the Pharisees to have mercy on our family. I told them the only thing that mattered was for our family to be together and for the children to have a mother. They said the law is the law, and that their hands were tied. To be honest, they seemed to quite enjoy it.
That is an awfully steep price to pay for one mistake. Even one that big.
Yes, a huge price. My life will never be the same. Even though she was unfaithful to me, I still loved her. I cannot help but think that Jehovah feels the same way for us when we make mistakes, even big ones. Isn't that the way a father is supposed to love his children?
I would know. I have no children. But for all their piety, I don't think the Pharisees see it that way. They're nothing like the God I envision. The Pharisees. Now there is someone who would be better off without.
That's the truth. Do you think somebody should go see the boy was talking about?
No, I think if something important is happening, we know about it.
Right again?
Love
afraid to come in?
I'm not afraid. I've just never seen a baby be fed to the animals before.
Oh, you mean because we have him in the manger? No, don't worry, young man. I would never let any harm come to him. We just don't have anywhere else to lay him. His mother is very tired, and we've come a long way.
Where did you come from?
Nazareth.
Why?
Well, I imagine for the same reason as you. Caesar ordered us to come and be registered.
But my family is at the inn. Why are you out there in the stable?
Well, when we arrived at the inn, there was no room. And we didn't have anywhere else to go. But the innkeeper was kind enough to let us stay here in the stable.
What's his name?
I think we'll name him Jesus. What's your name?
Tat.
Tat. Well, that's an unusual name.
Well, my real name is Sapnapanea, but everyone calls me Tat.
Okay, why Tat?
My mom says it's because of my drum.
Oh, shh. Don't wake her.
Oh, sorry. Why is the star shining so bright? I've never seen it shine so bright. My father told me to come before it got dark, but it never did tonight.
Well, Tat, I don't know exactly the reason for that star being that bright, but I imagine it might have something to do with who this baby is.
It's him. It's just like the angel said. A baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger. We found Messiah.
Almighty Jehovah, we are not worthy. Why have you allowed us to see this? We are on holy ground.
That's how I felt for months, knowing the Messiah was forming inside me. So many times I asked myself, why, God? Why me? I'm not worthy.
What are you people talking about?
An angel appeared to my friends and said that the Messiah had been born, and that we'd find him wrapped in cloths, lying in a manger. Here he is.
See, Tat, that's what I was going to tell you before. This boy is not just my son. He's God's son, the promised Messiah.
Hey, wait up!
Remember what I say. himself into the fire.
No, we think he may have a demon. But no one can tell us. Oh, we talked to the priests, but they say we're imagining things. But look, we're not.
We can't let him out of our sight for a second. It's terrifying.
Well, it sure terrified me. Isn't there anything you can do?
I'm afraid nothing. As I said, we've been to the priests, but they're no help. I'm afraid that one day the demon will win and he'll burn to death. It's just so hopeless.
We've tried everything we can think of.
Perhaps this is something also the Messiah can do when he comes.
Can we please stop with all this talk about the Messiah coming? People, I promise you, he isn't coming. We have to accept that God has forgotten us.
I'm afraid what you say is true. I feel like God has abandoned us. Simon's affliction has to be the work of the devil.
Speak of the devil, you dears.
Mama, Cat, hush! Grown-ups are talking here. Papa, you have to come to the stable.
Cat, you have to wait. Just be patient for a minute.
Everyone, listen to me. You have to come to the stable and see. A woman had a baby and it's the Messiah.
Now, Tat, we've talked about telling stories.
This is preposterous. I told you he was the devil.
Why would you say such a thing? And where's your trunk?
It's the truth, Papa. The one that had the baby told me that God came to her to bear his son, and the baby is God's son. The shepherds fell down and cried when they saw him.
Now there's shepherds as well.
Son, you aren't making any sense. Well, what shepherds? Why would there be shepherds in the innkeeper's stable?
Because the angels told them to look for a baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger.
Of course, an angel came. That explains everything. See what happens when you fill children's heads with talk of a Messiah?
Anybody seen that boy with the drum?
Hey, that's Tat's drum. Why do you have Tat's drum?
You left it at the stable when he ran off.
Why did he run off? What did you...
You didn't. Whoa, he didn't do anything to him. He just got excited and ran off. The man said that the baby in the manger was the Messiah.
Wait a minute. What man said the baby in the manger was the Messiah?
The man with the woman that had the baby.
What? The man with the woman is not the baby's father? I thought he was her husband.
Well, I think he is her husband, but he said that the baby wasn't. He said that the baby was God's son.
You're as crazy as the boy. What are you even doing here? Why are you out in the fields watching your flocks?
Well, we were out in the fields watching our sheep. An angel came to my friend and said that the Messiah had been born. And that we find him in Bethlehem, wrapped in cloths, lying in a manger. And then, before the angel disappeared, all the stars in the sky turned into angels and began to sing.
You expect us to believe that? Maybe you were and your friends were out in the fields drinking some wine to keep warm?
We heard it too.
You heard what too?
When the boy ran outside, the door was left open, and we heard singing. Hannah and I talked about it. It sounded like the whole town was singing outside. Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah. So anyway, we did what the angel said to do, and when we saw the stable behind us again, we headed straight for it because we knew there'd be a manger there. I was a little surprised myself. I thought my friends were drunk. But there he was, and his mother confirmed everything the angel had said. The baby is the Son of God.
How could she even know such a thing?
I don't know, but you can ask her yourself. They're all still out there in the stable.
Moosha!
your kindness to us. It's the least I could do. You didn't tell me your wife was carrying the Son of God.
Would you believe me if I did?
Probably not.
Moosha! Oh, Moosha! Moosha! Can you believe all this that is going on?
Truth be told, I'm still having a little trouble believing all of this.
I think we all are. How can you be so sure your baby is the Son of God?
I carried this child for 9 months and I'm still having trouble believing it. But it's true. It has to be. An angel named Gabriel appeared and told me that God favored me of all people, and that I would bear his child. I told the angel such a thing was not possible because I was not married and had never been with a man. But he said God's Spirit would come upon me and I would conceive his child. A little while later, when I realized I was pregnant, I knew it had to be God's son because there had been no one else.
How do we know you're not just making that up? Hide your sins.
Well, sir, I feared that too at first, when Mary told me an angel had come to her. But then an angel came to me as well, and he reminded me of the words of the prophet Isaiah, that a virgin shall conceive and bear a son. And he convinced me that this child is God's son. You may doubt me, I'm sure many will, but my words are true.
And how would we even be here if she just made it all up?
You made a good point, Charlotte.
Well, ever since we began having troubles with Simon, well, I felt that God had no longer cared for us or even cared about his people. But tonight, the first night in years, I felt anything resembling hope.
I know exactly what you mean. I feel it too.
My son was born blind. Will he heal the blind?
For your sake, I hope so. That's too much for me to think about right now.
The prophets say that he will. I know it sounds impossible, but I've already seen possible.
Kind sir, my son sees things with his hands, and he's missed out on so much already. I cannot let him miss out on this. Would it be all right if I touched the baby?
Blind or not, I'm sure he won't be the last one to touch the Son of God. Of course he may.
I've given up on God. We waited so long for the Messiah that I convinced myself he wasn't coming. And I said so as often and as loudly as I could to cover my disappointment. But here he is.
To think, we almost missed the whole thing. With my own eyes, I'm standing here in my stable and gazing upon the Son of God. Hallelujah!
So it was, when the angels went away from them into heaven, that the shepherds said to one another, "Let us now go to Bethlehem and see this thing that has come to pass, which the Lord has made known to us." And they came with haste, and found Mary, Joseph, and the babe lying in a manger. And when they saw him, they made widely known the saying that was concerning this child.
And all those who heard it marveled at those things which were told to them by the shepherds. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things that they had heard and seen, as it was told to them. Those people at the inn were so busy eating, drinking, talking about their own sorrows, they almost missed the entire event, the birth of our own hope. But how would they know? Behind the inn, down an alley, the birth of our only hope. The Messiah had finally arrived. The one who would heal lepers, heal the blind, cast out the demons. He was finally here. The reason for hope. And if you're wondering about Bartimaeus and his family, well, they left Bethlehem and returned to their home in Jericho. For Bartimaeus, as a grown man, waited beside the road every day, hoping for Jesus to pass by. And one day Jesus did pass by. Bartimaeus was calling out to Jesus. People in the crowd said, "Quiet." But no, he was so determined. Jesus performed a miracle and healed Bartimaeus. He could finally see, and he became a follower of Jesus. Unfortunately, Jesus did not come soon enough for Hannah's husband, and he lost his battle to leprosy. But I did hear that Hannah made a wonderful husband and wife together with their children. And a few more they had together. I don't know what happened to Simon. I didn't hear it. But I know Jesus cast out many demons. And most important, Moosha, she witnessed the entire event and was none the worse for it. The innkeeper's wife was quite relieved as well, as I hope you are too. If not for a little boy with a drum, anyway, that's how I remember it.
First, thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you for sharing this special occasion with us. It's truly magical to see my words, my ideas come to life on this stage. And I am seriously grateful to each person up here, each person that's been a part of this production, because it has really, really been a wonderful experience, and everybody has poured their heart into it. But going from the page to the stage is a special kind of magic. And that kind of magic takes a magician. And our magician is Alyse Heights. Alyse, would you please come up here? And she has worked tirelessly, and I mean tirelessly, to make this thing come to life. And she has done an unbelievable job, and I couldn't be more pleased. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
And again, thank everybody for coming. Have a Merry Christmas.